If you've been scrolling through endless listings, watching video after video, and still feel stuck between looks nice and will it actually fit my kitchen, you're not alone. I've been there standing in the appliance aisle, juggling dimensions, accessibility needs, and the fear of spending money on something that ends up gathering dust. That uneasy feeling that the wrong choice could ruin a whole workflow is what makes any buying decision feel like a gamble. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. In this review I'm going to walk through the Summit 24-inch beverage center, point out where it shines, where it trips, and help you decide if it's the right fit for your space before you click Add to Cart. First off, the most immediate question people have with any beverage cooler is, will it actually fit where I need it? The Summit model measures 24 inches in width, a depth that comfortably slides under most standard countertops, and a height that stops just shy of the typical upper cabinet line. That means you can slot it into a kitchen island, a bar nook, or even a small office break area without needing a major remodel. The 4.2 cubic foot capacity translates to roughly a dozen 2-liter soda bottles, a handful of growlers, or a stack of wine glasses with a few extra bottles on the side. In practice, that's enough for a family that enjoys nightly wine, a home office that keeps sodas cold for meetings, or a small cafe that needs a compact backup cooler. The unit's stainless steel front panel and tempered glass door give it a modern look that blends with both sleek contemporary kitchens and more traditional wood finishes, something I've noticed people mention when they talk about matching decor after installation. One of the biggest concerns for buyers with accessibility needs is ADA compliance. This beverage center meets the standard with a pull-out handle that stays low enough for someone in a wheelchair to reach without overreaching, and the interior shelving is adjustable with enough clearance to roll a cart or a small wheeled cooler inside. In a real-world scenario, imagine a senior living community where staff need quick access to water bottles for residents. The easy grip handle and the clear glass panel let staff see what's inside at a glance, cutting down on the time spent opening and closing doors. That level of accessibility is not just a nice to have, it's a functional requirement that many generic mini-fridges overlook. Now, let's talk about what you actually get when you plug this thing in. The cooling system is a conventional compressor, not a thermoelectric unit, which means it can maintain a steady temperature even on hot summer days. Users have reported that the interior stays uniformly cool, so you won't find a frosty bottom shelf and a warm top shelf. For a home bar, that means your craft beers stay at the right serving temperature while your pre-chilled mixers stay crisp too. If you're running a small office, the even cooling helps keep a case of bottled water at the exact temperature you want without any cold spots that could cause condensation and drip onto the countertop. On the flip side, the compressor does generate a low hum that you'll hear when the unit cycles. It's not a deafening roar, but if you place the cooler directly against a wall of a home theater or a quiet study area, the sound can be noticeable. The manual suggests leaving at least an inch of clearance behind the unit to improve airflow, which is a small but real trade-off. You need a bit more space than you might initially think. Also, because the interior is glass-lined, you have to be mindful of what you store on the shelves. Heavy items, like a full case of 24-pack soda, can put pressure on the glass panels if the shelves are overloaded. In practice, I'd recommend keeping the heaviest items on the lower shelf and using the upper shelf for lighter bottles or cans. Who should definitely consider the Summit Beverage Center? If you're a small-scale host, someone who loves throwing weekend brunches, enjoys keeping a rotating selection of wines, or runs a boutique cafe that needs a compact cooler separate from the main walk-in fridge, this unit offers a sweet spot between capacity and footprint. It's also a solid pick for anyone who needs ADA-friendly access, such as assisted living facilities, home offices for users with mobility concerns, or families with elderly members. The adjustable shelves give you flexibility to store both tall bottles and shorter cans without feeling cramped. And because the stainless steel exterior resists fingerprints and the glass door can be wiped clean with a damp cloth, maintenance stays low effort, which is a big win for busy households. On the other hand, if you're looking for a deep freezer, a massive party-sized cooler, or a unit that can double as a full-size refrigerator, you'll be disappointed. The 4.2 cubic foot space is generous for drinks, but it won't hold a weekend's worth of groceries or bulk frozen meals. If you need a fridge that can handle both perishable food and beverages, you'll end up buying